Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, ladies and gentlemen. Today the search for MH370 has been further refined. The international investigation team continue working to narrow the search area and shed further light on MH370's flight path. We are, as always, grateful for the continuing cooperation of our partners in this difficult and intensive search. Whilst search operations are ongoing, we continue to focus our efforts on caring for the families. In Cabinet this morning, we discussed the importance of continuing to support the relatives of the passengers and the crew. On Monday, the Prime Minister announced that based on new data analysis, Inmarsat and the AAIB had concluded that MH370 flew along the southern corridor and that its last position was in the middle of the Indian Ocean, west of Perth. On Tuesday, I confirmed that further study of this data will be undertaken to attempt to determine the final position of the aircraft. The Malaysian investigation team set up an international working group comprising of agencies with expertise in satellite communications and aircraft performance to take this work forward. The international working group included representatives from the UK, namely Inmarsat, AAIB, and Rolls-Royce. From China, namely CAAC and AAID, and from the US, namely NTSB, FAA, and Boeing, as well as the relevant Malaysian authorities. The group has been working to refine the Inmarsat data and to analyze it, together with other information, including radar data and aircraft performance assumptions, to narrow further the search area. Information which had already been examined by the investigation was re-examined in light of new evidence drawn from the Inmarsat data analysis. In addition, international partners will continue to process data in their home countries, as well as in the international working group, have further refined existing data. They have also come up with new technical information, for example, on aircraft performance. Yesterday, this process yielded new results, which indicated that MH370 flew at a higher speed than previously thought, which in turn means it used more fuel and could not travel as far. This information was passed to RCC Australia by the NTSB to help further refine and narrow the search area. The Australian authorities have indicated that they have shifted the search area approximately 1,100 kilometers to the northeast. Because of ocean drift, this new search area could still be consistent with the potential objects identified by various satellite images over the past week. This work is ongoing, and we can expect further refinements. As the Australian authorities indicated this morning, this is standard practice in the search operation. It is a process of continually refining data, which in turn further narrows the search area. With each step, we get closer to the understanding MH370's flight path. Searches must be conducted on the best information available at the time, and in the search for MH370, we have consistently followed the evidence and acted on credible leads. Our search and rescue efforts have been directed by verified and corroborated information, and this latest refinement of the search area is noticeable. Last night, Japanese authorities announced they had satellite images which showed a number of floating objects approximately 2,500 kilometers southwest of Perth. Early this morning, we received separate satellite imagery from the Thai authorities, which also showed potential objects. These new satellite images join those released by Australia, by China, by France, and Malaysia, all of which are with RCC Australia. The range of potential objects and the difficulty in re-identifying them shows just how complex this investigation is. We remain grateful to all our partners for continuing to assist in the search operations. Ladies and gentlemen, the new search area, approximately 1,680 kilometers west of Perth, remains in the Australian area of responsibility. Australia continues to lead the search efforts in this new area, and the Australian Maritime Safety Authority gave a comprehensive operational update earlier today. As more information emerges, they will be issuing frequent operational updates, including on assets deployment. I would like to echo their statements that the new search area, although more focused than before, remains considerable, and that the search conditions, although easier than before, remain challenging. For the families of those on board, we pray that further processing of data and further progress in the search itself brings us closer to finding MH370. Thank you.